Welcome friends to my first video in series Why Meditate. In the complete series, I will be proposing to you what is meditation and why you should do a meditation in this first video. How to meditate I will be covering in second video in detail. And what is a visible results of the process of meditation that we will be discussing in the video 3 of this series. A brief introduction about myself. And the reason I'm making this video is because I also lived a similar life like most of you. 13 years back, my concept, perceptions, and beliefs by which I was living had made me unhappy, unsatisfied, discontent, angry, lustful, and a greedy person. Few of my such beliefs were making money for my family and friends is the only direction I had. I was convinced that nobody can have a perfect relations. Home is a place where people will have difference of opinions. Conflicts are inevitable if two people decides to live together. For the knowledge and understanding, one has to renounce the world and become a sage and sit in an isolation place. But over 13 years of my journey, I came across many teachers and journeyed through the disturbing, non-harmonious beliefs to harmony in my thoughts and to happiness, which is endless. Harmony in relation, and I came to a conclusion, which was a icing on the cake, that all humans are same at core. And this insight gave me immense peace and feeling of a contentment. I have successfully practiced a way through which one can live its life with its friends and family, working in society for the livelihood, and still be in harmony, peace, and contentment. My teachers had guided me to this state of a mind, and with same affection, I would like to propose how we all can make ourselves happy, peaceful, and content in this very life. This is the way of meditation. I know I used to be since my childhood was a very slow learner. When I can understand, so can you. So let's start our journey together from our present state of mind to the happiness and contentment. Let me now present and propose few reasons why you should meditate. Reason 1. In our day-to-day life, you must have had many hurdles and challenges, especially when you are dealing with your family members and people at work. And over the time, it's our firm belief that the problems and conflicts, what happens because of the others. You also believe that you always try to be factual, logical while dealing with others, but they are not. And you also feel if they change themselves a bit, the things are going to be okay. And with this feeling, you try to change everyone around you. But the change in others has never happened in the past and will not happen in future also. What we eventually get is a pain of a struggle. And this struggle happens because others also throughout their lives have cultivated some concepts and beliefs. If their beliefs matches with us, we are in harmony, or else we both are in conflict. Unless yours and others' beliefs are same, none can live happily or peacefully. Now, with meditation, this synchronization is possible. You can reach to a balance where you understood the process and you will give others a chance to play their lives without coming in conflict. Reason 2. Now take a situation where you've made a tea for yourself in a kitchen, and while getting a cup to your living room, you stumbled and dropped the cup on floor. It's a mess on the floor and the cup is also broken. What is your explanation regarding this? You will say it's happened accidentally. And you are absolutely right because you have witnessed of your intent as well as your action. You know that what is happened is not intentional. Now, in the same situation, if your maid has done so, what will be your explanation? You may comment, why don't you be more careful? Why you work in a hurry? How could you be so irresponsible, etc., etc.? And now, in this situation, also, you are right. Because in your incident, you can easily see your intention as well as your action. Whereas in the maid incident, what you can see is only action. You cannot see her intent. And you doubted on her intent. This understanding and contemplation can happen only in meditation. Reason 3. We all know anger is self destructive. It's not healthy for us, for our body and mind. And during the process of anger, your blood pressure shoots up in no second. Your heart begins to beat faster and faster. Your facial expressions become scary. The brain minimizes the blood supply to all the organs and maximize the supply to your hands and legs to take an action. If this happens very often, understand situation of your body and mind. In spite you know that anger harms you more than a person you are angry on. Why again and again in many situations we make ourselves angry? In spite knowing the fact, in the very next situation we are also going to be angry because we think we know. It's just a piece of information with us in our mind. It's not our knowledge. Similarly, many things happens to you are just informations and not your knowledge. In meditation, there is a stage where this information is processed and converted into a knowledge. And once it's done, you are more confident and solutioned. This we will practically be doing in our second video and second stage when we learn how to meditate. It's your firm belief that situations outside you are the reasons for your pain and suffering. Nothing seems to be systematic and well arranged in the outside world. People don't have civic sense. They park their vehicles here and there. They waste lots of water, throw garbage anywhere they want, etc. etc. Now, what if I say the reason for your dissatisfaction it's not all these things which is happening. It's you who is the cause of all your problems. It's logical. If you are not the cause, how you are going to stop the effect? Now with meditation, removing that dissatisfaction and suffering arising out of any situation is possible because we'll go deep inside in our meditation and rectify all the processes. Reason 5. It happens very regularly with us and with you also that you desire of something and the results are altogether different. And over the time, this all data of dissatisfaction keeps on accumulating in our memory. And over the time, because of this past experience, your attitude changes completely without even you understanding it. It changes from calmness to irritation, from peace to anger, and from compassion to self centeredness. You don't have any intentions to harm, disrespect others, but still that happens when you interact with them. And it happens many times that when you interact with your father, mother, brother, wife, kids, with making them understand certain things for their benefit and wellness, but still they take your efforts otherwise or in opposite directions. Reason 6. This must have happened with you also, that you are in a perfect mood and enjoying your day. When someone jumps up and tells you, how could you be so irresponsible? Or are you out of your mind? Or when you are going to realize that you are not living alone in this house, you never finish your work on time, etc., etc. Now, what happens to that perfect state of mind you were in? It vanishes like a smoke, and you immediately come and quarrel and stand up in your defense. You have lost your happiness, peace, stability against a few words from others. And if that other is very close to you, then it is gone for the whole day. There is going to be a calmness and emotional stability, which is a result of a meditation, which is going to be permanent and won't vanish because somebody has said some words, and it is going to be permanent with you, and you won't be affected with the incompetency of others because that is going to come out of you with your understanding and wisdom. Do reflect all these reasons on yourself and in your life so that they are very clear to you where we are lacking and how meditation is going to help us. Let's go further ahead. What a wonderful mechanism is installed in all humans that we cannot live with disorder and chaos. Because of this mechanism, human being since beginning has tried all the possible ways to reach to happiness. He tried to accumulate wealth, money, facilities around him so that he can live happily with his loved ones. But in spite of having all the facilities, money, and wealth around, that happiness is still missing. There are still conflicts in the families. Human also tried other way to reaching the happiness was getting influential by reaching on top of positions in society or in organization. But that too had not worked for a long time. And because of that wonderful mechanism, the human is not going to stop in between. He is going to try this or the other method to reach his destination, which is unending, continuous, undisturbing peace and happiness. Similarly, you also must have tried many ways to reach that destination. No doubt, you must have reached to a point where you are happy. But that was a very momentary happiness, not lasting long. But once you have go through that process of meditation, you will find there is a long lasting happiness. This will happen once we together go on journey to understand how our mind works, how our thoughts are generated in us, how you can change your mindset, how to change your beliefs and perceptions which you have developed over so many years. When you understand all these things in meditation, you will find yourself in a state of mind where your thoughts and your behave is in sync with existence. Once that happens, your understanding will guide you to accept everyone around you as they are and also help them to grow in their life too. Imagine your state where you have love, compassion, respect as values in you while interacting with your parents, wife, kids, colleagues, boss, or even an unknown person on the street. You will then know your strength and limits as human. You will be content with what you have. Thereafter, you are bound to give what you have, like flower spreads its fragrance, irrespective of caste, creed, rich, poor, known, unknown. This first step is of utmost importance. Why you want to meditate? Ask these questions very diligently to yourself. Am I satisfied with my present? Is my relations with my family are good? Am I well managed in my emotions like anger, jealousy, lust, greed? Am I able to see things as they are? Or do I impose my emotions first on them and then see them? What is my goal in life? Or I will also die like others, struggling with eating, sleeping, fearful, and reproducing children. Answer these questions without skipping even one. Unless this first step is clear to you, your mind will not feel motivated to go through the process. Without motivation, either you will not start the process or you will leave it in the halfway. And you will miss the chance of understanding you. As there is a saying, there are only two reasons not to reach your destination. One, that you don't start. Second, that you leave the journey in halfway. Reminding you again, take a time to answer all these questions diligently. Talk to someone who's close, or you can ask me in the comment sections also for your clarification if you want. If you feel my efforts are useful to you, then do like, subscribe, and share this video with your loved ones and friends who are also like us, searching for peace, happiness in their life. Thank you for listening to me. Bhavatu Sabba Mangalam.